Wreath for today. I tell you, sometimes technology works, sometimes it doesn't. And of course, it's not working today. Well, at least it's not working for me. Last week I had the same issue. I guess I was live on Facebook, but people couldn't hear me. So they went over to YouTube, but I don't even think I'm showing up there either. All right. All right, just give me up there. I am. All right. At least I see myself on Facebook. All right. So we're just going to do, I was going to do another Valentine, but I thought I better spread the love and do an Easter. So here is the sign that I have for Easter. It says Happy Easter. And so I decided to use this combination. This had the little polka dots that I thought would play off of the polka dots in the egg. And then I decided to use a stripe. So I'm going to use my Dollar Tree work form to work on. I'm going to go ahead and change my angle of view so you can see what I'm doing. And I paired up the polka dots with the pink, and I paired up the stripe with the purple. So I'm just getting some order so that when it's time, I'll be ready. How is everyone doing this Wednesday evening? Okay, looks like YouTube is there too. So, all right, we're good. What I'm going to do, I did the 18 ties, but I'm going to do poofs in the center, and then I have curls for the outer. And so I'm using pink because this has a lot of purple. And this is like a lighter pink. So I figured I would do pink, play off that. And then I have this ombre purple that I'm going to do for my curls. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And actually, I think I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit because I don't like to see the rough edges. All right, so I'm just gonna do 10-inch puffs, and I'll figure out whether or not I'm gonna do curls and these or not. We'll see. So I get a message on my Etsy early this morning, probably like 6 o'clock. There's a lady who, it's a boy wreath in my shop, and this is her first grandchild, and she wanted to know if she could, how quickly it would get to her because the baby's due any day now. So I was like, I was a little fearing a little bit because, you know, shipping costs are ridiculous. that if I had to do a rush order, it wasn't going to be pretty, but I was able to, it was a hit, but not a big hit. I just thought, 'tis the season. So I was able to get that off this afternoon. Okay. All right, so I've done my poofs. I'm going to cut this off. And I am going to use a zip tie though to secure it so that it doesn't move around. Going to clip that, and then I'm going to trim this off as well, because again, I just don't like to see a raggedy end. All right, so I did the poofs on the inside, so now I'm going to go back and put 2 curls. I cut these at 10 inches, put 2 curls in. This mesh is a little thin, so I might have to add just a little bit more, because we don't want our frame to show, because that's not a good look. Although I've been in some box stores and I've seen their wreaths, and I'm like, oh no. I guess before I started making them, I never paid any attention, but now I know what I do to make it a point so that it's not, that it's full or not thin. When I see that, it drives me crazy. We have been so busy. My husband's basketball team was away this past weekend. We were in a tournament. They were in a tournament. So I went and supported him and his boys. And then last night we had a home game, which was good. Both teams won, so that was good to be home and win. And it was a nice crowd. They're getting all ready because they're going to be in another tournament during the Christmas break. So that's going to be exciting too. It's a lot of traveling. Uh-oh, hold on. One of my twists, untwists. So I'm just curling these 10-inch to make curls. Can I just say, I just don't understand the heat in the lower level of my house. Like, it's like a sauna in here, but upstairs on the main level, it's, it's a little chilly. That's why I have my jacket on. And of course, I didn't think to take my jacket off before my live. So now I have to sweat through the live. All right. I do have a little of the ombre, this purple left. So I might, you know, do some ruffles maybe. Just to fill it out. I think I will once I finish with these curls. They are calling for some bad weather this evening into the morning, so all the roads have been treated. So we'll see what that looks like in the morning. Just have a couple more. My church is putting on a Christmas play this weekend, so I'm excited. My husband double booked himself. He forgot that he was going to exchange gifts with his siblings. So I invited my neighbor to come join me and my son. Looks like it's a big production. They've been running, giving us little sneak peeks of what's gonna happen. All right, we just got one more step to do. Hey, Rachel, how are you? You're not late. You're just on time. You're not just on time, right on time. We're working on an Easter wreath. All right, so I'm going to take this pink off so I can go ahead and do this purple. Just so that I can have some filler because they're both kind of thin. So I'm going to cut these at 20. You haven't missed much. I am using this sign to do an Easter wreath. I am doing well. Just trying to figure, I have so much to do. I didn't get a chance to do any wrapping. So I am hoping while my husband is away, I can wrap some gifts. And a friend of mine is going to help me do some brainstorming for my business. Like, I know all the things I need to do. It's just getting a plan together and doing it. All right, so I'm going to do, this one is longer than the others, but it's all good. Since they're curling upward, I'll just keep it. And I'm going to put these in between the pink, just so that, because we don't want to see, and I'm going to do it up and down as opposed to side to side. All right. Did you find out whether or not your sister's going to be able to come with you to the retreat? I still need to pay for my ticket. All right, so again, I did the 10-inch puffs in the center, and I did curls on the outer, but I want it to be full, so I'm coming back in with 20-inch ruffles. Just so we don't see any of that wire. This purple is so pretty. All right, just have this last one, and then we'll add our ribbon tails. We got this pink in the sea of purple. Okay. All right, so we have that. I'm going to close this because I have been known to cut myself on that. All right, so we're going to use, again, this polka dot with the pink and then the stripe with the purple. And I cut those at 12 inches. And normally at this point, I would cut off the pipe cleaner, but I think I'm going to add this purple, just another layer. We'll see. Oh, no, thank you. I don't know if Facebook is working because I'm not seeing anything on Facebook. This is the second week that this has happened to me, but it is what it is. So if you are out there and I'm not responding, it's because I can't see you, and I apologize. But I will definitely respond to all comments after the live. All right, we're getting the base taken care of. Trying to figure out how long I'm gonna. I should make those little loops with the little foil wires over here. I'm getting all excited for Christmas because I get to hang out with my baby. My baby as in the one I give birth to. He always comes home for Christmas, so we just have to figure out, what the menu's going to be, because Christmas is more relaxed for us. We don't do the big dinner like we do for Thanksgiving. So I probably will fix a breakfast casserole for sure. But I know in the past, I've made my grandmother's Spanish rice on Christmas Eve. So I'm trying to think if I'm going to do that because we're having church on Christmas Eve. So oh, okay. My husband is making the same complaint. He was like, so I'm going to have to sit in the room all day. But like he has military friends in the area. I'm like, I don't understand. Why don't you call them and say, hey, you're going to be in town for a couple of days? But my husband isn't a planner. He would wait until we got there to say, hey, are you guys available? But I'm just thinking, people have lives. You want to plan ahead of time. But that's just me. He prefers to be spontaneous. So I don't mind it, but I need to have a backup plan or something. But that's just my personality. And I probably have to add, back to the menu, probably have to add either fried fish or fried chicken because my son expects fried fish every time he comes home. So I'm going to tell him he has to pick one or the other because I don't want to have to do too much cooking. I also told him Jack Ryan, the series comes out on, I want to say the 21st. I said, my intention is to binge watch it while we're home. So we need to be prepared for that. I just binge watched the last season so that I could be up to date on it. I know, like I've driven. Well, I mean, when I went last year, Rachel, I drove, but it's a difference driving by yourself and then having someone in the car with you and driving. I feel like the longest I've driven by myself is 5 hours. I've not done 7. Plus, I have to make a stop at Sims. So I would definitely go up the day before so that I can get that done, because I'd rather do the shopping before as opposed to, well, actually they're closed on that Sunday. I hope you can find someone. Maybe we should put it in the group and see if there's anyone that lives in your area or in the vicinity that maybe you can meet up with, or they can meet you somewhere maybe. The only reason why I'm not inviting anybody is because I know my car's going to be full of stuff. Because I plan on going shopping, and so I normally don't have any room. But hopefully my husband will get it together and we can figure out something so that I can go. All right, we just have a couple more. All right, just two more. The pink is peeking out. Purple's my favorite. You can't go wrong with it. Not too much of a pink girl, but I do love purple. All right, so we're all done with the ribbon, the tails. So now I'm going to just add another layer or some more texture with this. I'm gonna, let's see, maybe 28. We'll see if 28 works. Okay. I think this is good. And I'm just going to add it in here. I probably should have cut it ahead of time, but I wasn't really sure if I was going to use it, but I like it. So just tucking that. All right, so let's see. I will cut a few since I know the length I want. And maybe I won't do, maybe I'll do every other. I think I'm only going to do every other loop. Rachel, I have a whole bin of this tubing, and I always forget that I have it. But when I was pulling out my spring things, I saw it. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I will use it. All right, so now we're going to go back, and I think I'm only going to add it to every other one. I always have to think so much of how How do I make those loops? Uh-oh. Let me get back up. All right. Christmas is quickly approaching. Last year, we drove our neighborhood on Christmas Eve to take in all of the Christmas lights, because in our county there's like a parade of lights, and so there's houses that are they're in like a contest, and so sprinkle throughout the county, you have houses that have numbers in their yard, so that people can vote to see who has the best decoration. And the people really, really go all out. I know, Rachel. Okay, I have to go buy more bins because I picked up some things that were on sale. Well, now I don't have bins for them. And I'm like, uh-oh. And I know this is what happens, because I'm going to go to Sims and forget that I have stuff here, but you're never going to have enough stuff. I just wish I had the space so that I could see everything. You know what I mean? Because I'm visual, and I want to be able to see what's lurking in the cupboard. All right. My fall and Christmas bins are, just a regular tote, but my spring totes are clear. And I did that only because I feel like I don't have that many supplies, and so I wanted to be able to see what I have. So I know, but I just feel like I just feel like they're not as big as my other totes. We're trying to, we bought the moving boxes to help when we did our shows, and they fit the Wreaths perfect. We can get at least 5 in the extra large box. We can get at least 5 Wreaths in one box. But one of our shows this fall, it rained, and so the boxes got wet. So we was like, oh, we got to come up with a different plan for that. And so what I did was my husband and I actually, the following weekend, we were at another show, but there was a Walmart in the same complex. So we went and we bought the long totes, which worked out perfectly for the non-round. I put a lot of minis in them, as well as I had a lot of swags. And so they fit perfectly in them. So I need to pick up a couple more, but they're expensive. So hopefully by summertime, I will have some money saved for supplies, and I'll get a couple of bins. I just received word today that one of the shows I was thinking about doing is full, but the space was only like an 8-foot space, and I barely can get my things in a 10 by 10, so I didn't really pursue it much. But she did send me a message saying that they are all full for Easter. So that was a sign that I really wasn't supposed to be in that one. And then one of the shows that I really wanted to be in the spring, I think I'm on the waiting list. So I'm going to definitely have to find a couple of shows to do in the spring. Yes, I agree. I felt like for the 8-foot, you know, the cost was, I don't know, I just feel like it really wasn't beneficial for me. But I had never been to this location, and, you know, I wanted to get some exposure, but I also want to make some money. So I don't want to not be able to at least recoup back the booth fee. So I just felt like I wouldn't be able to display everything I needed to display with just 8 feet. All right, so we did the bottom. Now I'm going to go back and do this tubing in on the top row. The one I wanted to go to was the one right before. It was the weekend before, but I also have a Wreath class scheduled that same weekend too, so it was probably all for the better. All right. On the lower ones, I put it in the stripe. On the upper, I'm putting it in the polka dots. They're calling for a wintry mix here, like supposed to start snow and then it's supposed to turn into sleet. Started like 10 o'clock tonight, so tomorrow's going to be a little crazy. So when I leave in the morning, it's dark. But my husband too, he leaves an hour before I leave, or 45 minutes before I leave. So I was trying to convince him to not go in so early, because snow is different, because you at least can get a little bit of traction. Ice, you can't get traction on ice. So all right, so now I'm just going to tie this one off. All right, 2 more. I'm going to try to supplement some things either tonight after I get off my live or tomorrow that I need to get out by Saturday. So it's one of those things, like, I've used my Cricut all the time, no problem. But like when you're afraid to do something, I just feel like I'm paralyzed because I have to convert my printer to make it a sublimating printer. And so that's what's holding me up, because I can do everything else. It's just that one task. So I'm going to have to suck it up and try to get it done tonight, or at least no later than tomorrow. All right, so we're done with that. What we're saying. Oh my goodness, really? Ooh, not good. All right, so here's our sign. And what I did was I put these cable tie holders on. So I'm just going to put my pipe cleaner. I'm glad you guys are safe. All right, so I always put it on the right side. I'm going to put it on the left side. I guess I'm just partial to the right. We're going to switch it up a little bit. And then we'll add a bow. Rachel, at the beginning of this live, I was telling them that I woke up, well, I was already awake, but I got this message at like 6 o'clock this morning from a lady wanting one of my wreaths and wanting, you know, to give as a gift. So I was able to get that off to her today. So I was so thankful. And the fact that it wasn't a Christmas wreath was even better. All right. So we have our shine. Now we're going to make our bow. And I just think it's going to be... nothing fancy. Looks like we'll do a 12-inch tail. And like a 5.5-inch move this out a little bit because I'm just so afraid I'm going to clip. Oops. It's one of my longer ones. Not much left on here. Nope. Just enough to do this. All right, I'm going to need to make this first one a little bit shorter because going to do 5. So cut that off a little bit. Because this is the last of that roll. It's a short tail, but it's going to have to do. Actually, this weekend when we were at the basketball tournament, we had some free time Saturday morning. So 2 of my friends, we went to Michael's and we went to the Dollar Tree. I'm like, I don't need it, but I'm going to get it anyway. And luckily, I had a gift card for Michael's, so I technically only spent $2.62 at Michael's. But the Dollar Tree that I had gone into, they had the mini work forms, and I had been looking for them, and my store didn't have them, so I picked up a couple of them because I'll make some mini spring. All right, my bow is not, it's not the best because my I ran out of ribbon, but we're gonna make do. Trying to get my little fat fingers in here. Oh, there we go. All right, so now I just got to trim my tails and we're going to be done. And again, if you are on Facebook and you are making comments, I apologize. I do not see anything. I only see the folks on YouTube. So I'm not ignoring you. I just don't see you. All right. So I'm just going to try to fluff out my bow a little bit better. I love the pastel colors. All right. So here we have it. we have our little Easter bunny. We had to make do with some of our ribbon ran out, so. But here we have it. What do you guys think? If any of you are on the East Coast, you guys be careful tomorrow. They're calling for the storm. And from our friends down in like Alabama and Louisiana and in Texas, I think too, that was also hit by the tornado. I hope you guys are safe and that there wasn't any damage to your property and no one got hurt. So, all right. Oops, let me just do some trimming. Oh, nope, it came off. All right, so here we have our first Easter wreath of the season. I'm trying to think if maybe next week I'll do oh, hold on. Next week, maybe I will do St. Patrick's Day. I'm trying to think. I was looking at my stash last night to see what my options were. And so I was going to do Valentine's, but I saw the bunny and I thought, let's do Easter. So thanks guys for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And you guys have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe, and I will see you next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you.